Hi everyone, I hope that you are all doing well. Today we are going to do the complete analysis of UPSC Civil Service Examination Prelims 2019 that was held a couple of days before, that is exactly on June 2nd. I am going to discuss the General Studies paper 1 today. We are doing the complete analysis of it. So General Studies paper 2 analysis I am not doing it because you all know that it is now a qualifying paper. Whatever you score in the GS paper 2, that is in the CSAT and aptitude, it is not going to add up whatever you score in the GS paper 1. Okay, so GS paper 1 now plays a very important role, and with this paper only you can get through what mains also. You can write mains, you can go till interview, but General Studies paper 1 plays a very significant role. Okay, because the GS paper 2 has now become a qualifying paper. That's why our analysis will be restricted to General Studies paper 1. Fine. This is a specialized video lecture for Shine India IAS Academy students. This particular academy is located in LB Nagar, Hyderabad. Okay. So I have mentioned some key points in my first slide, and it is read in this way: takeaway points for the students after this analysis. So when we complete our video lecture of this analysis part, so what students are going to take home, means what kind of insights that they are going to get into when the video lecture is completed. Okay, so let us see some important points that you are going to get when we are done with this particular lecture. The student will have a complete comparative analysis of last 3 years of UPSC Civil Service Examination 2019 General Studies paper 1. So in this particular video I am not only discussing the 2019 total analysis, but comparatively I am also taking the years of 17 and 18, and also trying to know what pattern has been with regard to asking of questions from the UPSC. So 3 years comparative analysis we are doing here, and 2019 total analysis we are doing here. Okay, so that is what I have written in the second point: detailed analysis of 2019 UPSC Civil Service Examination Prelims 2019. I am going to give you the expected cutoff marks of this year prelims. Okay, on the basis of some methodologies that I am going to discuss that methodology. On the basis of that only, I am going to give the expected cutoff marks. That would be, and remember one important aspect here: this is the expected cutoff of according to my opinion. Okay, it could be here more or less like that, but this is, I believe that the cutoff marks would be whatever I gave, it will be around it only. Fine. So to give the cutoff marks, I have divided the questions into 3 important categories: easy, moderate and tough. Okay, that we are going to discuss in our lecture, definitely. After completion of this video, important aspect of this analysis is the trend of asking questions from repeated topics. This is very important point that I want to stress to all of you students, that repeated topics has been picked up by UPSC in asking questions with regard to every other year. Okay, and that also we have to see. Okay, and I will prove that that is going to be like repeated topics has been asked with the data whatever we are having, with the question papers of last 3 years, whatever the analysis I have done. I can easily prove that UPSC has picked up lots of topics which are repeatedly they are asking over the years. So this is a very important point that I want to mention. So there are 2 kinds of subjects are there in front of the students. Okay, all the lecturers and faculties will always ask them generally to go for core subjects, to complete your core subjects, but students are having a mindset to pick up fancy subjects and read in the study halls or study rooms like that. Okay, so this you have to avoid it, and I will make sure that after the completion of this video you will be knowing that how important the core subjects are with regard to the other subjects. Okay, so this is very important that we are going to do, and you see this core subjects are, these are the core subjects that I am talking about: history, polity, economy, environment and ecology, technology, geography, current affairs and schemes. These are the core subjects. And lately if you see that the last 2 are not the core subjects, they are the components of our prelim syllabus. but the above whatever I have mentioned, those are called as core subjects. A student who are done with all the core subjects very thoroughly, he is definitely going to pass in this particular 2019 UPSC civil service examination. He don't have to do anything. If he is done with the core subjects, and if he have written very well, and if the aspirant is confident that he has done very good in the core subjects, it means he is going to get through the prelims. So what are the various fancy subjects? We ask the students to generally study the core subjects, but I don't know what kind of intuition they will be having, but they generally prefer more of the fancy subjects, such as they read internal security, foreign relations, social issues, art and culture. Though it's important, but it is suggested, but cost benefit ratio is very less. Means the time you put in to study art and culture in your coaching period, okay, it is too big. You have to spend lots of time to complete art and culture, but what benefit you are able to get? You are able to get only 1 mark, or you are able to get only 1 question or 2 question, hardly. Okay, but time that is consuming to read this art and culture is very large. Okay, that's why I have again put this art and culture into the fancy subjects. Okay, once you are done with the core subjects only, the other subjects should be touched. Okay, and I will make sure that after the completion of this video, it is realized by each and every student how important are the core subjects if you want to get through the prelims examination, and if you are aspiring to become a very important civil servant. Okay, fine. So what UPSC expect from all of these students, that I will be discussing in my at the end of the video. Okay, now let us see the weightage of different subjects in the total UPSC civil service examination paper of last 3 years. Okay, so geography, if you see geography, so from 2017 to 2019, it is not much increase, not much decrease. It is always having a word swinging around 6 to 8 marks like that, and in any of the years also it has been in this way only. So last 3 years 6, 7, 8 questions has been asked, so more or less the number of questions which were asked in geography remain constant. History and art and culture together, they are also having less than 14. Okay, and polity, the weightage was more in 2017 and it has continuously decreased, but in and around you can expect that polity also 15 questions you are definitely going to get. Economics, 14 was there, 18 and 23. The trend, if you see the last 3 years, economic questions has been on the rise. Oh, okay. Why? Because we are in the age of economy and we are in the age of technology. So technology and economy are the main pillars of a country's advancement. Fine. So the number of questions over the years has been increasing with regard to technology, with regard to the economic component. Economy is very important because it solves lots of problems of the social sector and also the economic sector. See, technology, in the year 2017 6 questions were asked, 2018 very much, 13 questions were asked, and 2019 7 questions were asked. Okay, so environment, in and around 15 questions have been continuously coming. General science, very important, 5 questions are must. Okay, general science consists of biology, physics, chemistry, and one thing I want to make sure here, okay, and I want to emphasize that with regard to these 3 basic sciences, biology, physics, chemistry, biology has got lots of questions in the UPSC examinations. Physics and chemistry hardly will get 1 questions out of this, but biology will get 3 to 4 questions in every UPSC paper. Okay, prelims paper. Current affairs, they're also swinging around 6 to 7. Pure current affairs I am talking about, means you might be knowing that in our UPSC civil service notification you are having syllabus, right? The first sentence in your prelims notification syllabus is current national and international events. Okay, current national and international events. So if you are taking the pure international and national events, they are swinging around 6 to 7 marks. why I'm saying that pure current affair means it has this particular whatever the current affairs asked, they are like they are directly picked up when any such international events happen in that particular year. But with regard to economics also, you also have some current affairs. See, here in the year 2019, 23 questions were asked. It consists of both current affairs and static part. So 20 questions are static questions, means conceptual questions. Some are factual questions also. 3 questions are current affairs question. Okay, but in and out the you know that whatever the current affairs which are asked in the economy, it does have some relation with your conceptual knowledge or your whatever the book you read, right? So in current affairs, I have given a separate row for it. Why? Because these are the pure current affairs. Maybe at that time a disaster, what international meeting was held, like climate change meeting was held, international labor what organization, we had a conference over there, WTO, SARC, BRICS. So that kind of events at that in that year, if that happened, so those were generally have classified them into pure current affairs. So this is a very highlighting part that I want to make sure that you should go through it. GK, 3 questions are definitely coming from GK, general knowledge. So you take up any of the GK book. So for RRB, for SSC, for Railway Recruitment Board, you have to read GK, no? Okay, where this is located, where that is located, where is this temple located, where this particular city is situated, across which river, where is this temple located, where is this national park located, where is this biosphere reserves located, which is the largest country, which is the longest country, widest country. So a country bordering SE has having bordering with how many countries, Himalaya is shared by how many states. Like GK kind of stuff questions are there, no, which are very much common to all the competitive examinations. Those I have classified into GK. These are expected to be okay short done by all the aspirants in the examination, because it's very common that the people who generally were prepare for UPSC, they will, for practice purpose at least, they will write all the examination, whether it is a central or state, right? So in that way, I hope that they definitely go through the general knowledge questions and schemes. 841. So you might be seeing that, sir, 2017 8 questions came as of scheme, and it has been continuously decreasing. There is no set of pattern is there. But one point you have to remember. So the NDA government came in the year 2014, and 15-16 they have announced lots of schemes, and the various provisions of these schemes came around 2016. Okay, who will be the what eligible person to this particular scheme, how it is going to be implemented, what could be the machinery that is going to be implemented, this kind of schemes. So 2016 the various provisions of many schemes have come out, and 2017 many schemes actually became operational, and that's why UPSC asked many questions in the year 2017. And the same scheme ran in the year 2018 also. Hardly 2-3 new schemes were asked, and that was also, that's why the number has decreased. And the same schemes are there still in 2019. Okay, that's why you are having only one new scheme was asked in the 2019. So at the time when they come to power, many schemes were there, and UPSC has got lots of scope to ask. That's why they have asked many schemes, and the same schemes are running till now, so they are not going to ask it continuously, right? That's why over the years it has been decreased. So point here is, okay, you have to get thorough with all the schemes which are available with the with the central government. All schemes you have to remember it. Fine. Let us see. So as I've told you that we are going to do the complete analysis of 2019 UPSC Civil Service Examination paper. They are like all the questions which were asked has been categorized into 3 important parts, that is easy, moderate and tough. Easy, moderate and tough. So question number 1, this is a set A. This is the set A. Remember this point. The set A of the question number 1 deals with land reforms and intermediary system was there. Okay, like Jagirdari, Mahalwari, that kind of system was there. So the question was based on them. Second question was also on land reforms. It is a land ceiling act was there. Third question, global competitiveness index. or report was published by which one of the following organization? A very simple question was asked. Okay, so fourth question, Charter Act of 18. Fifth question, reform movements and the respective leaders. So these are various social religious reform movements were given, and who are the person who are spearheading that particular movements. So that question came into the exam in 2019 civil services, and he has given a question on Harappan site. Which one of the following is not a Harappan site? Like that he has given. So many years these particular all the questions whatever I have put in the easy, these are the questions a aspirant is supposed to do it right. Okay, because these are the questions which are dealt by each and every faculty. These are the questions which are mentioned in each and every material that you are going to refer, and these are the questions which have been repeatedly asked in one or the other examination. So according to my opinion, these are the very easiest questions, okay, in the examination. Okay, and every student is supposed to do this question for sure. Okay, it's not only the these questions, we are also having what, then a question was there on Buddhism. Again I have categorized them into easy ones. 10th one question was there on Gupta socio-economic conditions. 11th one, temple architecture, very simple one-liner question was there. A Delhi Sultanate question was also there. Regarding Mahatma Gandhi life, a question was there. National park and where they are located, that was also there. Atal Innovation Mission, that was also there. Asiatic lion, one-horned rhino, endemicity. Okay, so species which are like organisms which are restricted to or limited to one particular area, no, we call that particular species or organisms as endemic species or endemic organisms. Fine. So these are again very common, everybody knows it, and every faculty, every book you find all of these questions. And as I've told you, you should do it right. As an aspirant, we have to do all of these questions perfectly right. Okay, then a question was also there on riverside famous towns, very common GK. Poverty rate, a question was there. Remote sensing applications, you know, we are doing wonders in space technology, and every one of us, every one of you aspirants are going to the going through the heroics of ISRO definitely, and you are well aware of the probability of the questions that may come up in the examination. So as in my opinion, as aspirant will do this question for sure. Forest cover, okay, the state which is having the largest forest cover, arrange them in the chronology. 4 options were given. So I hope that every one of you find it easy, and you have to do it as an aspirant. Biomass residue, that was an easy question. Seas, some seas are mentioned, and bordering countries. Seas at the left side and right side you are having what, bordering countries. Match the following question was there. This is very common because you all know that nowadays lots of books are available with regard to geography, and many books are in the form of what, geography through maps, and it is a most sought book by all the aspirants. If you are just glancing that book also, you will be knowing that seas and what are the bordering countries to that. Okay, so I hope that every aspirant is going to do that. Largest exporter of the rice, it is a very easy question. In all the RRB SSC examination you are already done with it, that's why I have classified in 2. Easiest one, glacier and the river origination. So some glaciers are mentioned, and from that particular glacier what different kinds of rivers were originated. Okay, then we are having Ramsar Convention. No need to say, it's a one of the convention which is going to protect our vulnerable ecosystems such as wetland. So you will be knowing well definitely, because every other year convention protocols has been a part of UPSC civil service prelims examination. That's why I have classified this particular question as an easy one. Then 44th Amendment Act, 42nd Amendment Act, 44th Amendment Act, every student will be thorough of it. I know this because from the day you join the coaching, the first book that I find with the student is Polity Lakshmikant only, and till they write the exam they will be carrying that same book only. The irony is, I'll tell you one secret of this. The irony is, when people know that if you are done with the Polity Lakshmikant and every question is coming from that particular book, still you don't read it. That is the irony. still you don't complete it, still you are not thorough of it, but every day you will carry that book, every day I will see that particular book on the desk of all the students, but still when they come out of the exam, again they will say that in polity also they do wrong. This should not be there, this should not, that is what I am saying you. Okay, you should be thorough. Then impeachment of the judge, I don't have to say this, this is a very deadly easiest question you can say. Ninth schedule, on schedule, everybody will read the parts and schedules for sure. So ninth schedule question was there. Ninth schedule was inserted during the period of who among the following prime minister. That was the question, very easiest one. That's why I classified them into easiest. Schedule again related to tribal lands, legislative assemblies with regard to governor, what kind of powers the governor have with regard to legislative assemblies. Of course, when you are reading the polity, president one side and governor one side, you have definitely read the comparison of both of them. Okay, what is comparison, what are the distinguishing features? That is a very common topic dealt with each and every students, I know this. Okay, fundamental rights, thorough, every student have to be thorough with it. Patents, very simple topic, so every student must do all of these questions. That is what I have classified them into all easy ones. Environmental Protection Act of 1986, definitely that is done by each and every faculty, I suppose. Service area approach, it is one of the what scheme with regard to financial inclusion. Okay, assets of commercial banks, that was again a one-liner, a very dead easy question was asked. Foreign portfolio, okay, foreign investment comes in two types, foreign direct investment and foreign portfolio. So it's a very simple question again. CAMPA, compensatory afforestation fund management authority, so very common again. CAMPA has been a part of your syllabus also. Okay, 5-year plans, a very unorthodox question. This is never the what generally in the state examinations, okay, grade 1 or grade 2 examination, 5-year plans occupies very significant place, but over the years there was no question on the 5-year plans. This is the first time they have given the 5-year plans, but definitely everyone will go through it, I know. That's why I have classified into easy. Okay, so with regard to High Court, what question was there, very common, you have read the differences between Supreme Court and High Court. Okay, and one question was there on purchasing power parity. Purchasing power parity, fine. So again a question was there on fundamental rights. Okay, rupee has slided, means rupee depreciated, rupee has weakened against the dollar. That was a very important hot topic of last year current affairs, so you might be knowing it. That's why I have classified into easy one. What is the meaning of digital signature? Multi-drug resistant means what? It is a very common thing. Cas9 is a repeated question, remember this point. Cas9 is a repeated question. In 2018 the same question was also asked in the form of match the following. Okay, match the correct pair. This Cas9 was there. It's nothing but you are going to, Cas9 is a technique to sequence your genome. Okay, you can correct your gene, you can remove the defective genes and you can put a correct one. That technique is called as what? Cas9. Okay, we call it as CRISPR. Cas9 is a protein and the technique is called as CRISPR. Technique means technology, means how you're going to do it. Okay, and leaders and organization means freedom leaders and organizations. Okay, fine. So as far as my analysis is there, whatever I have mentioned in the easy column, all of these definitely the aspirant have to do. So here many topics I have mentioned for moderate and tough questions are there. A question was there on Tansen, Mughal emperors, a question was there. Feeding mechanism of turtles and fishes, whether they are herbivores, carnivores, that question was also there. Himalayan nettle, a species of Himalayan, and how is going to help, what is its application, that was also asked. Methane hydrate, how is going to contribute to the global warming, this particular chemical. Okay, and some chemicals are given and their applications. Okay, so places and how they are famous for. This has been a very continuous questions are being asked on this places and for what they are famous for, and I have categorized them into tough because many people don't read that kind of GK, so the cutoff will not be that consistent. That's why I have put it in tough category. Hydrogen enriched fuel transportation, again I have put in tough. Dewdrops Okay, they don't see in the cloudy night. What is the reason for it? Again, I thought that it is very tough. So coal sector, prevention of disqualification of the People's Act. Okay, primitive vulnerable tribal groups, that question was also I put in the tough one. Corruption and smuggling conventions, a corruption convention was there international, and international smuggling convention was there. Again, I have put it in a top because I don't think so you'll find all of these topics in the regular material whatever you are reading. Okay, so these are very different questions which was there in the examination, and I have classified into in a very tough category. And the last one was industrial employment witness rule. Industrial employment witness rule. So my point here is, in all of these slides whatever I have just gone through, all the questions are categorized into easy, moderate and tough. Fine. So let us see, with regard to number of easy questions. Okay, I have when you count all of the easy questions, when you sum up the total questions of the column 1, so there are 44 easy questions were there. Okay, into 2 marks, that comes to 88. Moderate category, what I have done is, there are 28 questions are there in the moderate category, and if you do into 2, the total marks in the moderate category is 56. And what I have done is, under this moderate category only, whatever the questions are there, I am hoping that at least 25% are done by the very good students. 25% are questions are done by the very good students. So I have left the remaining questions. So 25% of the 28 questions will be around 7 MCQs. So what is the methodology now here? How many questions are there in moderate category? 28 questions are there. But I am not hoping that you have to do 50% of this 28. But I am just taking out 25% of this 28. Means out of this total moderate category, I am expecting that a very clever students, good students or studious students, they will definitely do 25% of this moderate category. This 25% of 28 questions of moderate category are 7. So when you do 7 into 2, it comes to how much? 14. Okay, here you are having 88. Okay, 88 and 14 will become how much? Okay, 102. 102 is the cutoff, expected cutoff according to my analysis. It may be 2 marks here or there, but 1 or 2 I think will be definitely a safer side. If anybody is getting 1 or 2 or so they can start their preparation for the mains examination. Okay, so this methodology has worked for the last year also, and the same methodology I have used it. The tough questions I have not included at all in my cutoff. See, tough questions, all the questions of the tough category I have mentioned was as a total as not applicable. Means all these questions which are mentioned in the tough category, I am thinking that no student have done it, because negative marking is there, you cannot take the risk of it, right? So whatever the questions are there in the tough, all of them I have excluded in my analysis itself, because expecting that no student will attempt it, because they will lose their good marks whatever they have scored in the other categories. So this is our expected cutoff. I hope that you like my lecture. We'll do the second part of it very soon, where we are going to discuss the trend of this particular the 2019 civil service prelims paper also. Before that, we have to discuss this one. What are these 2 particular slides? Very important. What UPSC expects in the student. If you see the 2019 questions, whatever I have mentioned in easy, moderate and tough category, the UPSC says that stick to the syllabus. They have not asked any question out of the syllabus. Remember this point. Okay, have thorough knowledge of each and every topic, like Supreme Court, impeachment of the judge. Okay, Article 142 was asked, properly some judgments were asked, Environmental Protection Act they have asked, some important provisions of that they have asked. So when you are taking up a particular topic, have thorough knowledge of it. Okay, read as extensive as you can. Okay, read and cover lots of topics, but don't go too in depth. So just avoid going too in depth, because that will again consume your time. You can go very extensive, but with regard to depth, have some limitations of it. Avoid editorials 2 months before the examination. Why? Because there was never a question appeared in the civil service prelims examination from the editorials. Editorial will make you to read a particular, to analyze a particular situation in a different perspective. That's all. Okay, and it is more of a what mains preparation kind of stuff, not for the prelims preparation. Okay, but without prelims, how can you write the mains? So the best part to get through the prelims is avoid editorials 2 or 3 months before the prelims examination, and totally focus your attention toward the prelims examination only. And if you have seen the all the categories questions, none of them has come from fancy subject category. None of them has come from fancy subject category. Remember this point. That is what I am saying to you. Core subjects are the life of the UPSC civil service examination. So thanks a lot to the students for hearing to me. Have a nice day ahead. Please guys, share as much as you can, so that the students can start their mains preparation on the basis of this cutoff. Have a nice day ahead. Good night.